Paranoia is a virtue. Just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not watching you. Being in the Navy is weird. You guys have probably seen that sailor with the cute little Dixie Cup hat in Village People. That was me for a little over 2 decades, minus the six-pack abs. We want you, we want you, we want you as a new recruit. That's how they hooked me. The Navy may be spending your tax dollars wisely, but we are the village people of the armed forces, so your mileage may vary. For all you W-2 filers out there, it's not all bad. You got us some good stuff. Practical haircuts, functional clothing. We wore bell-bottoms that outlived disco by decades. You send us on world cruises, on billion-dollar ships that got 60 gallons per mile. You provided a place for American farmers to offload big blocks of cheese, grade D meat, really any food item that wasn't fit for prisons. Because prisons in the Navy have a lot in common. They both follow a pretty strict hierarchy, and you don't want to make the person above you angry, because that makes for interesting shower times. In prisons, they live in an 8x8 cell with an attached bathroom, a couple of roommates. In the Navy, you get that same amount of space with 7 of your favorite mustachioed friends. In prisons, you generally get time off for good behavior. But in the Navy, you get more work, more painting, more wiping, all of that. It wasn't all bad. My ship pulled into some pretty cool ports in the Mediterranean. We got to meet well-spoken, well-dressed, well-traveled Europeans. Good stuff. Our captain always told us that we were ambassadors for America. And we took that cultural exchange responsibility very, 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 very seriously. We went to museums, saw historic sites, visited every brothel that we could afford. I learned to communicate with the locals. I can still order rum and coke in at least 17 different languages. We showed off our unique kind of style with our jorts, our plaid shirts, and the All-American NASCAR ball cap. When I first got into the Navy, you guys have heard of Aquaman probably. They gave me a nickname. It was Aqua Rock, because I'd step off the side of the pool and sink right to the bottom. For some reason, they thought they should teach me how to swim. It's probably important. They taught me the backstroke, side stroke, breaststroke. They sent me to the desert, and I learned the sunstroke. It took me months to realize that I wasn't just on a really wide beach. You guys paid for our health care, and I appreciate it. If I had a blister or lost a digit to rotating machinery or experienced a mysterious burning sensation while taking a tinkle after one of those cultural exchanges, you guys made sure we had all the water, Motrin, and penicillin we could possibly ever need. If none of that worked, the docs were great. They'd suggest some more intensive therapy, like change your socks, or something equally unhelpful. My ex thought that Navy medicine was a lot like thrift store underwear. You could use it, but did you want to? Because of free medicine, having kids was an apparently inexpensive hobby that somehow got out of hand for me. Our second kiddo came into the world with a bit of a splash. We were walking around the Navy maternity ward, which is a lot less like, yay, let's have a baby, and more like, how the hell did I wind up in the barracks again? It's olive drab tiles, government gray walls. My ex grabbed my shoulders in a death grip, and that's when I heard the sound. Pow! Sploosh! I was covered in baby juice from belt to boots. My son shot out and his back hit the deck, splat, and he just kept on going. All the way to the end of his baby bungee. And then he bounced back. Out, back. Is that kid doing the backstroke? He finally slid to a stop, arms and legs rotating furiously. Let out a throaty wail to let us know he's okay, and I thought, maybe it's time to get that kid some bell bottoms, a cute little Dixie cup, and send his ass to the desert. Thank you very much. Your tax dollars will work. I'm Joshua Price.